Namaskara, I'm Paula. We're enjoying a beautiful day today. We have Shakira.
Hello.
Madula.
Hi.
Welcome to Talk and Beyond, our third episode. We hope you enjoy it.
We have a lot of wonderful things for you. We are doing a wine tour at the Grover Zampa Vineyard, and we hope you'll enjoy it. We have a lot of wonderful clothes from Sochika on fashion section, and much more, and health tips too. So don't miss it.
And we have Gitanjali for our jewelry.
Yeah.
And in the spotlight section, we have examination stress and how to deal with it.
There'll be times you feel so low. Oh, I tell you why, just let it go. Oh, there'll be times you feel so stressed. I tell you why, don't be depressed. Oh, 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 oh. Ah, 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 ah. Make a friend, read a book, play a game or eat a snack, sing a song, dance along, cool it down or take a nap. Feel so happy, feel so lucky, thank God a million times that He is given a chance for us to shine.
Hi, we have Selina Krishnan, a Vice Principal of an international school here with us to help us understand how parents and teachers and students can be de-stressed before an exam. Because the whole family, everybody seems to be so stressed out during exams. So Selina, welcome.
Thank you. And what I would like to say is, to me, stress is a myth. So when it comes to exams, they don't feel the pressure, and that is because we have set systems and processes in place. So if children are, made to set goals, there should be a personal goal as well as an academic goal. And after that, if they have a timeline and a plan, so they work on a plan A and a plan B, because life is not about everything going as per the plans we make.
Right.
So what if one fails, then they'll have to pursue the other.
They'll have a backup.
And if the staff, if we collaborate, because everything depends on collaboration. So if we have 4 sections in a school, everything that happens in the 4 sections should be in sync.
Okay.
So what happens is everything goes according to plan, and we do have buffer time so that, in case for some reason we are not able to catch up with what we had planned, we can still make up for it. So much so that if we take, little modules at a time, then when it comes to the end of the academic year, there should not be any problem.
Right.
More than anything else, what we have also done is we run extra classes after school. We call them support classes, and we run it in 2 levels. And we work very closely with parents.
Okay.
So we keep the parent informed all the time when we need their support as well.
Right.
So we
Very
tell the parent, this is what we want for your child, and please be with us through the support that we want to extend.
Right.
So when we have this family feel, then I think all this stress is just a myth. And also, we need to account for the 45 minutes or 50 minutes that we have as teachers. So work has to be set, proper feedback has to be given. So now we have things like the Google feedback. So, it could be just a thumbs up sign. Okay. So the child very clearly communicates with the teacher. So it's a two-way platform.
Right.
So the teacher then can get back to the child in case something is not understood. Okay. So if everything is in place, then where's the question of stress?
That's so
And
true.
then we have regular assessments. Everything that a child writes is assessed.
Yeah.
So if you have plans that are clearly laid out,
Okay.
I don't think parents or children should feel the stress. It's
That's so
all
true.
about working on time. As they say, procrastination is the thief of
Right.
time. So what has to be done today has to be done today.
Once said, it is not the stress that kills, but it is the reaction to it. Today, we have parents of some 10th grader students who are going to tell about stress and how they dealt with it. All of us know that during exam, the family that goes through the stress as if the entire family is writing the exam. So what are the changes that you made during your child's exam?
Well, first and foremost, I'm a working professional. I decided to stay home and work from home for all these months. So that was a huge change for me, not going to my workplace, not interacting with my colleagues, my teammates. So that was a big setback for me. However, it got compensated because I thought the child needed me more. So I focused my attention towards the child. Well, there were a lot of changes. I am a very proactive parent when it comes to teaching the child and coaching her for her education. So I took it upon myself to make up a timetable there for her, set up her room the way she likes it with the colors that suit her the most, a little bit of music for her.
In case of social studies and Hindi, it was like that. She was solely dependent on me. Any exams.
So
for
how
that
did you
matter.
teach her those subjects?
I will read for her, and wherever and like a story, she will listen. And
Yes.
in between, if she has any question, I'll explain to her. Sometimes we will go away from the track and land up
Relate it.
elsewhere.
Yeah.
But it will be very nice because that enriches her,
Yeah.
and that way she enjoyed. And she need not memorize. The way I used to teach her, it made her subject very simple for her to understand.
For me, it was like Tara is there, she's a teacher.
Yeah.
So she was taking almost all the care. So, but I made one point that I am coming very early from my office. Like by 6 o'clock I'll be there. Otherwise, earlier I used to come night 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, something like that. So my whole focus was that she is getting the nice environment, this comfortable environment. So unnecessarily will not involve in some other talking or discussion, something like that. So I just wondered that she is happy or not. So in the evening I'll take her out, we'll talk something else, not always about study or something, nothing.
Yeah. So we see that when there is lot of positive energy in the house, the child is able to de-stress and perform better.
Let's hear from the teachers what they do to de-stress, what techniques they use to de-stress their students. We have two wonderful teachers who are the backbone of our country. We have Uma Kumar, who is a teacher of 6th to 10th standard, and Mridula Anand, who is a teacher from 6th standard to 8th standard. Welcome.
Hello. I don't get stressed during my kids' examination, but yes, I feel that some of the kids are stressed for the examination. What are the challenges which I face when they are stressed? Basically, see, we have three different types of learners in the class. One is below average, second is average, and third is above average. So I don't really have to bother about the students who are at grade level. I need to take care of only the kids who are below average. So what I do, I start preparing them from the first day of my lesson. I teach them small chunk of the chapter, and I'll ask the students to read it at home and rephrase as many as questions possible of their own. Let it be a simple language. Let it be in a simple language, and try to answer it. If they are able to answer, that means they are done with the topic. And while reading, if at all you are coming out with any doubts, make a note of it. Next day in the class, first I'll ask them, okay, tell me the questions and tell me. Now this procedure is not possible when I am teaching in the class. So I have to sit with them separately. Now they are ready and very confident about that topic.
Yeah, I must say that I get stressed along with the students, and no, everybody wants to get good marks, and the teacher also feels very happy, very satisfied if the average and the below average students, if they are able to perform well.
Type of question which I rephrase them to prepare from the point of view of examination so they are not stressed is I give them specifically application based questions. See, because they are thorough with their knowledge.
Yeah.
There is even no need for me to teach them.
Teach the concept.
So what extra I can teach them?
Yes.
So I give them application based questions, number one. And number two is I give them value based questions because they are going to be the future of our country. So as a social science teacher, I try to prepare them for the next stage, for the life.
Uma, what are the other challenges you face with kids, during exams?
So for de-stressing, I was basically looking at the parents' face till I arrived. They were very anxious. Ma'am has not yet come. And as soon as I waved from the distance, ma'am has come. So that is one way of giving them the positivity. Yes, somebody is there behind me. So one small instructions which I give it to my students is eat well, sleep well, and relax.
Eat well is very important because if you look at the word stressed and
E-A-T.
yes, and read it backwards, it is desserts. Today we have some 10th grader students who have just finished their exams and are going to share their experiences with us. So I would like to ask you, what are the challenges that you faced during your exams?
I personally feel like the biggest challenge one can face during the exam is obviously completing the exams with flying colors. But
Yes, of
apart
course.
from that, I feel like our teachers and our parents set particular expectations for us to fulfill. And for one to fulfill those expectations, we must challenge ourselves.
Okay, what about you?
My parents never forced me ever to do good in exams because they knew I had the potential, but I myself forced myself, and there was a lot of pressure during exams.
What type of pressure?
It was like, you need to do well, you need to get good marks.
So that was the outside pressure, maybe from the teachers or your peers, everybody, isn't it? What about you, Harsha?
My friends and my colleagues, my teachers, they all were after me that you should score about 90%. So that's a tension that comes. And even as we have to complete our examination in proper way, by completing the answers properly, and we should be confident in ourselves also.
Okay, so talking about confidence, so how can you gain confidence?
Ma'am, if we solve sample papers, so we'll have some confidence that yes, we know how to answer them. And if we are thorough with the concept, so we can.
Yes, so first thing definitely is that you have to be thorough with your content.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes. I feel being prepared with as she said, being prepared perfectly with your chapters, looking at the various revision questions given by the teachers and all of them, and also writing notes for reference later, and while revision, I feel those notes really help you. Yeah, so that's pretty much.
Anything else that can give you confidence?
Along with all the studies and being thorough with concepts, I think we should keep our minds cool and relax once in a while.
Yes. Would you like to give some tips to the people who are still writing the boards, or?
The most important thing is that finish your textbook, the NCERT book, if you're a CBSE student. So finish your NCERT books and then...
Or the textbooks?
Yeah, textbooks.
Okay.
You should be really thorough with the content, and then you should solve all the sample papers, previous year question papers, so you'll be thorough with what type of questions are gonna come, and it will be really helpful for exams.
What about Ritika?
I feel apart from being thorough with your concepts, one must strike an equal balance between working hard and playing hard, as they famously say. So I feel like that you should learn how to relax, take a break sometimes, because that will help you clear your minds. Any student will say this, that when they go to sleep also, they have like all these questions running
some
in
of
their
them
mind.
before the exam. So it was definitely because of the stress level. Don't you think even our lifestyle, like if suppose we meditate in the morning, or say a prayer, or go out for an activity in the morning, and maybe eat a good balanced diet, will all that also help de-stress?
Of course it would.
It would add up, and so definitely I feel even these things are equally important and not your studies alone.
So, Aarti, what do you do about stress during exams as a parent? Do you do something special for them? How do you manage it?
I don't think any of my kids, they are stressed during exams because they are so used to study on regular basis.
That's fantastic.
That is quite helpful for them.
Okay.
And generally I have seen parents who create academic pressure on their children for scoring good marks. Whatever you study in school, just revise once after coming home.
Okay.
So that I feel is quite helpful.
Wow, that's fantastic. Is that what you do, Sharad?
Yeah, whatever ma'am teaches, I just revise that at my house.
Okay. So when you have the exams,
I'll be done with all the syllabus and then I don't feel stressed during the exam time.
So you've revised the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's very cool. So you go to bed early, you sleep early, or
Yeah.
do you study late?
Not study late, I just come home and then study a bit and then relax and then study and then after eating I'll just go to bed.
Okay. What about you, Samreen?
After coming from school, I study and at night till late night, and then after that I go to sleep.
When you say late night, how late do you sit and study?
Not late night, it's like 9 or 10.
Okay.
I think being a parent, sufficient sleep they should get.
Right.
Whether they study during nights or mornings, early mornings, it depends, I think, from child to child.
What about, when you have exams, do you get special relaxation techniques at home where your mom says, okay, now that you've studied, you can go watch TV for half an hour. So you're not thinking, study.
I think short, sweet breaks.
So what about you? What do you think? Do you get stressed for exams?
No, but I get scared one day before the exam about the marks which I will get.
Yeah, before you do the exam?
Yeah.
Okay. So after you do the exam, do you feel I did really well?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Then I have to prepare for the next exam on the next day.
Right. So what do you guys think that exams are useless, or are they a good thing to have?
Very good thing. They are a good thing to have.
Why? Why is it good?
Because they give us knowledge on our brain.
Okay, and you?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Good. You know that. That's good. Be de-stressed. Don't get stressed for exams because there's always another day. Thank you. Welcome to Vasanta Vaigund, our guest here. She is a very famous dancer. She does Bharatnatyam and she has a lot of awards, and she's also a lifestyle coach. So over to Vasanta.
I think the exam fever is nothing new for today's world. It was always there, but I think the exam stress is a word which is something pretty new, because we were not allowed to carry the word stress, because there was nothing called stress to manage, because when you call stress, it has to be managed.
But the fear and anxiety, frustration and depression are the root cause of all the problems in today's world.
Not only for exams, for everything in life. In particular, today we are addressing the exam fever, because as the fever is going on right now. So when you talk about stress, there are different ways of handling stress. One is that you go to the root of it and think, why are you stressed? And the answer you will get is, of course, you want to get the best marks in your exams. See, the one way of doing it is definitely through your pranayam, through your breathing techniques. When you have your breathing techniques, you have your oxygen supply perfectly that goes to the brain. When the oxygen supply is good to the brain, then there is a clarity that comes in your head, and then probably you can reduce the attitude to stress.
So I would recommend that, you just get out of the house.
Yeah, family.
I think
stuff.
get out into the air, and whether you're with your family or whether you're with your friends or your relatives,
Start doing things.
Yeah. And then that relaxes you, and then when you come back you can concentrate much better.
We have a reputed student counselor, Dolly Bansi, with us, and she will give us some really good tips for de-stressing before an exam.
Today I'm here to give you a small talk on exam stress. Exam stress is something that is inevitable. It is something that comes to students very naturally. In and around their exams. Before they have their exams, they have all these different questions in their mind, like, oh, will I be able to do well, or will this stuff come from the chapter that I've studied, or whatsoever. It's a very, very natural feeling that a child goes through. I'm not here to give you any advice, but here to help you to cope with some study skills that I want to share with you.
Dolly, do you think ambience is important?
Yes, a study area is very important for a student because that's where they're going to spend time studying. So what I would say is proper sunlight, which is very, very important. And the thing that students really need to know is that they need to sit upright when they are studying. So when they sit upright, their concentration power automatically increases. So either you can study on a study table, or or wherever it's comfortable in and around your house, and where there's enough space for you to keep your books, your water, and everything.
So Dolly, don't you think diet is an important part of this whole thing?
Yes, so diet is a very important aspect of your physical being. So the first thing that I would like to tell you is that breakfast is the most important part of your day's meal. Never skip a breakfast. It's like going one step forward and two steps backwards. Since you will have like a dinner at 9 o'clock, and then you again you skip breakfast, so you'll be eating straight at 1 o'clock, where the gap of time is too much. So have a good, nutritious, healthy breakfast. And the second point I would like to tell you all is having 8 glasses of water per day. Water also is a very important aspect, where it keeps your brain hydrated. A hydrated brain can always absorb much more. Study for 45 minutes and take a break for 10 minutes, because above more than 45 minutes the mind cannot absorb more. So study for 45 minutes, 10 minutes to go for a small walk or listen to the song that you like, and get back to your study. The last thing that I would like to leave you is with a small quote that all of you need to think on. Never do tomorrow what you do today. Procrastination is the thief of time.
Perfect. Thank you, Dolly.
Thank you, Shakira.
There'll be times you feel so low, no narrow path, quite overthrown. There'll be times where winds blow. Remember eagles, how high they soar. See your dream, live in it, work hard to achieve it. Don't be scared of anything, fall to rise till you succeed. Feel so happy, feel so lucky.